Latest developments now that have emerged in the wake of the school tragedy in Texas. The president says he will travel to Uvalde in the coming days to meet with victims' families. In the meantime, investigators say the 18-year-old gunman sent out a series of Facebook messages about shooting up a school just minutes before carrying out that attack.
The suspect's grandmother is continuing to recover at an area hospital. He shot her before he went to the school, and authorities say he legally purchased 2 assault rifles and hundreds of rounds of ammunition earlier this month, shortly after his 18th birthday.
This, of course, has rekindled the debates over gun laws across the country and right here in Rhode Island.
And Kate Walsh is with us with more on what an advocacy group against gun violence is saying and where things stand at the State House.
Well, first we'll start with the governor of the state where the tragedy occurred, Texas Governor Greg Abbott, saying that stricter gun control, he believes, is not the answer, pointing to Chicago and the crime rate there related to shootings, even though Illinois has stricter gun laws than Texas, he said. But yesterday, Governor McKee was at a bill signing for an unrelated bill and had this to say.
We'll send the gun bills over and I'll come back with another pen for you.
There are several bills that are stuck in committee right now, held for further discussion at the State House, all related to stricter gun laws. And today, the Rhode Island Legislative Black and Latino Caucus will be holding a news conference to urge the passage of these bills at 3 o'clock. They include preventing long guns in public, increasing the age to 21 to get a long gun, assault weapons regulation, and the one that the Rhode Island Coalition Against Gun Violence says is most important.
Priority is the high-capacity magazine ban. We have been working on this bill. This is our 10th year, and we're ready for a change to happen with that. We know in any situation that anytime high-capacity magazines are involved, there's more carnage, there's more deeper wounds, more deaths associated.
Opponents say putting stricter regulations in place or eliminating the use of certain guns doesn't eliminate the core problem. Live in Providence, I'm Kate Walsh, 12 News.
So this tragedy has renewed the push in Rhode Island to strengthen gun laws.
And at an unrelated bill signing yesterday, Governor McKee said it is time for legislation. In fact, there are 5 bills right now that are tied up in committees at the State House for further discussion. Kate Walsh is joining us live with both sides of the argument.
Well, guys, these bills include prohibiting open carry in public, strengthening safe storage laws, and for many advocates, the most important one is eliminating high-capacity magazines. But here's what opponents of that potential legislation have to say.
It doesn't make a difference. Banning a certain category of them doesn't eliminate a problem.
That's the voice of Frank Sicoccio of the Rhode Island Second Amendment Coalition. Other opponents of stricter gun laws have said the focus should be more on mental health issues. But General Assembly leaders say there are 5 bills held in committee for further research that are actively being considered. The Rhode Island Coalition Against Gun Violence says now is the time for the bills to get out of committee and onto the floor for a full vote.
They were voted in office to be able to vote on bills like this, but they can't vote on them unless they're part of those committees. So we're just waiting for them to get that opportunity to vote on those. And we know within the House, there's 43 and 44 representatives who have signed on to some of these bills. So it's the majority. So we're hopeful that if they get to the floor for the vote, they'll pass at least in the House.
And the Rhode Island Legislative Black and Latino Caucus is scheduling a news conference for 3 o'clock this afternoon right behind me outside the State House here in Providence to urge lawmakers to pass some of these bills. Live in Providence, I'm Kate Walsh, 12 News.